Hey, future homeowners and renters, do you want to know where they or what the top 5 markets are that are hitting a bit of a speed bump or maybe all set to crash? We'll share those with you here in a few minutes. So, Jake,
In a few minutes.
in a few minutes, we're going to go over them for you. Jake will mention the city. I'll give you a bit of a percentage, or I'll give you the percentage that they've dropped so far in 2025.
First city on the docket, Mississauga.
7.6 year over year. It's a lot. Large number. You get these big shiny houses in Mississauga, and they have a lot of new builds down there. So maybe that's one of the reasons why the inventory is up as well.
Just because there's new properties coming in, or do you think that people aren't buying those properties because the prices are too high? They're obviously falling now, but they were too high when they were built.
Yeah, there and new home builds and inventory is increasing. So anytime we know that there's more inventory, prices come down.
Yeah. Okay. Second on the list is Brampton.
5.5% year over year. So not as bad as Mississauga, but again, Brampton has a ton of inventory. People like living there because, well, it's a very high density in Brampton. That's one of the challenges with it. So that's probably one of the reasons why the numbers are down a bit there as well.
Okay. Number 3 and 3.5 are Vaughan and Richmond Hill.
Vaughan's down 12.9% and Richmond Hill is down 11.9%. So basically the same, both of them. And I think they might have been artificially inflated price-wise to begin with because, Vaughan and Richmond Hill are always kind of, upper end places to live. And, maybe now there is a correction or an adjustment in the prices for, the overpricing that had happened before. Everybody needed to live there.
They don't call it Poormond Hill. All right. Fourth on the list is Hamilton, basically, and kind of just miscellaneous Southern Ontario.
Yeah, they haven't had much of a decrease, probably 1.1%, a little over 1%. It's not as wild as Vaughan, but it's an area that it's a little bit odd there. People, Hamilton, Burlington, Southern Ontario area is a love-hate thing. You either love living there or you just go, yeah, no, it's not for
me.
No.
Finally, we've got the London as well as Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge conglomerate.
London actually is probably taking the biggest hit. It's 4.2%. Kitchener-Waterloo somewhere around 1.3. Part of that could be with the changes in the university and foreign students and that. Are the foreign students not as many of them being there in London now as there used to be? So therefore, maybe there's some of those products that are up for sale. Again, inventory is on the rise, so therefore prices are starting to decrease. So and is London London, they consider kind of Kitchener-Waterloo, sorry, hasn't decreased as much because it's more of a tech spot, right? Like more techie jobs and businesses in that area. So those jobs are still pretty strong. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to see less reduction in pricing there because you have probably more active buyers in Kitchener than you would have London.
And I mean, you've also got London has their university, but you've also got Waterloo, you've got Conestoga close by as well, which is always going to help that out.
All right, but then you can
No.
add a nice spin to it.
No.
Underwater.
I'll add a nice spin to it.
It's a life preserver on its
probably
way.
feeling underwater right
The
now.
good news is cardboard boxes, cheap as ever. I tell you.
Final little, we got 6. I lied. It's not 5. Well, we'll say 5 with a bonus area. Toronto is in the GTA.
Well, it depends where you're at in there. People think it's plummeting by 30%, and some places have. Condos are basically non-existent. If you have a condo in Toronto right now, it's not a good position to be in. Year over year, prices have fallen about 3.5%. Overall, it's down about 5.2% in the GTA and surrounding areas. The numbers are still good, though. The challenge you have, though, is if you bought your house in 2022 or something like that, there's a good chance that you're upside down, right? That you're not in a good position. And what we always preach about real estate is it's long term, right? Gone are the days, where you buy it Monday and sell it Thursday and make yourself $100,000. In the long haul, yes, if you bought during this time and your house may not be worth as much as what it was when you purchased it, 5-10 years from now, generally over the past 100 years of history in home ownership, There are peaks and valleys, and unfortunately, you just got to the peak of one, and your house will be worth more than what you paid for it at some time. We're just not 100% sure when.
Yeah, the biggest thing is it might seem like panic for the sellers, and if you do panic and sell, you're gonna be in a bad way unless you move to one of the areas that has fallen a little more than the area that you're in. But this is also a decent thing for buyers to capitalize on. If you wait, obviously there's no way to tell when these areas specifically will bottom out. But if you come in at the right time, you can get properties for maybe less, well, definitely less than what they have been worth. And you might catch some of these people who are panicking and selling and get yourself a nice little spot.
So the best thing, the Coles notes of everything, is get yourself educated to the market, get yourself a local real estate agent from the area that knows the area, and use that person and their expertise.